Hey there, welcome back guys. This video is going to be for those that have the myQ garage door opener by Amazon and you keep charging the batteries, and then charging the batteries. And when does it end? It actually ends today with this video. So without any further ado, let's get started. We actually have the kit right here, the modular that goes behind the garage keypad itself, so you never have to charge your battery again. You have to drill a hole. We'll cover that too, but let's see what's inside. Come. All right, this is it. This is the box it comes in. I'll leave a link to this in the description down below. As you can see, it's not installed yet, but it will be. The hardest part's gonna be drilling the hole and making sure you don't tap out your wires. Spam. We love spam. Now this is the instructions. You can see how you wire the battery cable that goes in. And then we have a little battery here. And then we have these little mounts that you could use. I doubt that screwdriver will drill through anything. And no, you're gonna need a drill. And then we have this that shows you how to do that. And then this, in case you want to tack it alongside of the wall. But let's see what's inside of here. Here's the cable. Oh, nice. This is the little connector thingies. Comes in a little Ziploc bag. All right, some little connectors. One's probably positive, and yep, positive and negative. Okay, and then it comes with its very own special, I guess, a dummy battery to make it look like it's a real battery, but it's not. It just sort of like creates that continuity so the connection can exist. Where's our remote? I guess it's out there, but that's okay. We'll figure that out when we get outside. So that's here, then you have here, actually there is no battery. I thought this was a battery. It's actually the adapter. Let's see. And we'll just tear that open. Yeah, so it's a USB, regular USB connector that goes in here. And then, see, they're labeled. Red is positive and black is negative. Red is plus and black is minus, for those of you who don't know. Now you do. We make these videos so you don't have to unwind that. That should be long enough, definitely. So this is probably the part you want to feed through the wall first. You probably want to put some tape around it just to make sure, because the hole is kind of snug. Just use painter's tape or any kind. There's no special tape as long as it doesn't come off when you run it through the wall. So most likely what I would do is I would do that, wrap that like that, and then put that like that, right? And then just wrap it. You can always cut it. And then now we can snake it through the hole. But first we're gonna have to drill the hole. That's the hardest part, depending on your setup too. You know, if you got wires in the walls, it's gonna be hard. But this is pretty much it. And then you have this part right here. Everything is, and it has a little rain shield, as you can see. See, a little to protect it. Not that it's going to make a big difference. Mine's been out there forever. The downside is I hate charging it. I'm like, there must be a better way. All right, so let's go outside and see how easy this can be installed. Right, as simple as 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure what this is. A little guitar pick of some sort. Oh, yeah. It's really hard to take the batteries out, as you know, with these kits, but let alone they figured, hey, we got to maintain continuity with the experience. Something's got to be hard to take out. Looks like you're going to need this to pop that when you want to get in there. There's a little cheat sheet. We can just open it and get in there. And the cheat sheet, right here. Oh, yeah, the battery. Oh, nice. I wish so it helps you pull the battery out. Okay, that's doable. We could live with that, because once you do it once, you're never going to have to do it again. It's probably to get out the old battery, right? But yeah, all right, let's move along and come. Okay, so first we're going to remove the original key so we can access behind there. And once we do that, we'll be able to drill all the way through. We're going to just remove this part. There's a screw at the bottom. It turns and it's not weathered. And once we do that, we will be golden. This pops out, you can clean it, but we need to get what's behind there. We gotta reverse those. And then reverse that. You never know. So we'll pop the thing, just weathered on, that's all. And this is aluminum here, and behind there is wood, which is really strong wood. So what we're gonna have to do is change the drill bit. There it is right here, so that it's flat. And so we wanna come in at an angle from there, but what we wanna do is we wanna come out straight through. So we're gonna come in here and hopefully come out somewhere over here, but see there's a wire there. So we'll have to drill slowly so we don't bust that. If you do, you can reconnect them. And what you could do is you could hold this up. The holes align perfectly, which is great. In case you're wondering, look, they really thought that through. So all we got to do is make sure that we mark the hole, which will come in. I guess you could choose lower or higher. As you can see, you have two options. I'm going to choose the lower one and come this way because there's a cord over here a little bit lower. Don't break your stuff. And now put it at an angle, right? Because we want it to come out from the other side. Whoops. And you only get one take with this. If you mess up, you could always just put the old one back on. But it is going to be a little bit tricky getting that hole started. You want to drill it the correct. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Drill first. Got to pierce through that metal first plate or second plate. All right. Great. And now reverse it. And now we can come in at an angle. Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't pierce all the way. Made it, just barely made it, skimmed the garage cable, but as you can see, we skimmed it, but we didn't break it. Which we broke through, but as you can see, barely missed it. So what we can do is we can just hold that over there. The garage, it should still work. So now we just have to pierce it all the way through. And now, sweet, that can be done, fixed with a hammer, just to like flatten that out. So far, so good. Now we can clean out the hole, snake the cables through. Just snake a little something through there to get the remnants of the wood out. So we can just hammer that in. So after you hammered it in to flatten it out, because the drill bit kind of messes with the metal a bit, and then now we're ready to get the wires in, because you don't want to snag the wires on the metal shards that's sticking out, because then that'll ruin everything. So you can try and feeding it in. If it doesn't feed in, what you could do is grab a hanger, because it is at a particular angle. You may or may not get lucky because there's debris in there. So what I wound up doing was taking a hanger and putting in the hole so it would come out from the other end, and a lot of debris from the wood came in there. It didn't push out the way I expected it to, but that's okay. That's where the hanger comes in. See, it comes out from the other side. Turn it, and then just or use a can of air to blow it out. But as you can see, we got the wire through. You want to attach it like this to the hanger, tape it, okay, and then push it in gently. You don't want to force it. If you force it, you know, it could ruin the tips of it where those metal connectors are. See, we taped it from the top, and then we taped it a little bit lower so it has that much length going into the hole or tunnel, whatever you want to call it. And then pull it slowly, okay? Slow push. Push, pull, and then, you know, just big enough for it to fit through the hole. If you have a thinner wire, use that. But as you can see, it's going through, and we got lucky, and it comes right out. Now, the hardest part is, see all that came out, and that's why I couldn't push through. Again, compressed air might have done the trick. Okay, so we have here our cover. Remember, it's the bottom hole. Just remember which hole it is that you have it in. Seed that through there. You can pull on the wire if need be. Red is positive. Black is negative. Have a little thing here to help you shimmy out the battery, what we're going to do is put this one in, the dummy battery, except this is the positive and negative. See, that fits in like that. Put the cover on like this and make sure it's lined up, and that should, see, fit in like that. And then voila. What we're going to do is don't plug it in, make sure it's not plugged in. You don't want to get shock yourself or anyone. So remember, red is positive, so that's red over here, okay? We can just undo this. It does come with a little screwdriver, positive, and then unscrew the negative. Put these, line these up, and voila. Just put that in, and then voila. Now that we got that out, it's a little tricky to take out, but it's not meant to be taken out. But once you figure out how to take it out, we can get the screws ready to mount it into the wall. Almost the same, pretty much identical. One's black and the other is silver, so we're fine. So we could use the old screws. And now we're going to drill it. We can drill it in its original holes. Where is the other? And the other hole's perfect. Like that. Remember, make sure you seat it in its original hole. It's pretty snug. We have our door opener, which is right here, right? And we should be able to pull the wire, feed it through, feed it through, feed it through, and see, we're feeding it. And then now, it should, make sure you have your positive and negative, because it is hard to take off. And now we should be able to hear it pop in. We can adjust it to whatever angle we want, which is actually better than before. Just make sure it's the right length that you want it. Leave some room for your plug, and then voila. And then now, for now, plug that in and pray that when you plug it in, you should be able to use that plug right here. Yay! And then, voila, it works. Sweet, now we just gotta wait for it to come online. And when it does come online, in the meantime, we're just gonna move stuff out of the way. And then now, let's see if it works. Sweet, kinda neat, huh? Gotta love it. Hopefully the door closes and the tripod doesn't get crushed. Now let's see if it'll open. Can't tell you my code. Let's see, and enter. Sweet. There is a screw under here that you want to tighten once you find that sweet spot that you want the garage door opener to be when it comes to like the angle. In the meantime, I think we're going to leave it because you have to go into the myQ app to adjust the camera. I recommend doing that. And then now, not too tight, but just tight enough so that you can play with it and adjust it. You get the idea. And that's pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Anyway, I hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.